I guess sometimes I feel like that's how I just get my own closure on things.
Hypothetical closure?
Yeah, or like if something's bothering me, I'll just like work out an argument in my head, and then at the end of it, I'm like, we've resolved it.
Because it's all bottled up, and you think you resolve it with your hypothetical other self, I guess.
It's me sitting at
Me
a
versus
boardroom
me.
table with 12 other me's, and we're having a conversation about all the bullshit. And then at the end of it, we say, all right, meeting adjourned. And then we get up and we go about our days.
Stays bottled up. Yeah, that sounds like a good thing for therapy.
Maybe. Hi, I'm Miranda, and this is Nick.
Oi.
Welcome to the Ranting Podcast. I already put out a video about it, but it's just so exciting. I have to mention it again. Yes. So as of today, February 8th, we have over 1,000 followers on Instagram and 300 subscribers on YouTube.
It's exciting.
Facebook and TikTok. I'm going to need y'all to catch the fuck up. Anyway. No, actually, for real, though. We are really very excited about all of the activity that our socials and like the episodes have seen in this past week. And it's really made us like kind of have to confront our plans with the with the podcast a bit and start to make a little bit more real decisions. So thanks to all of you for that kick in the ass.
Real decisions.
Yeah, because, well, I mean, this started out as like just something fun for us to do together. It still is.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to get together, talk a bunch of shit, and take a break from like all of the other stuff that we have going on. But it does feel nice knowing that like other people are entertained by it. And so
I just know we're making people laugh.
Yeah,
and like just bringing some joy, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say is hopefully, you know, it's something fun, a little break from the other like clusterfuck of the world that we're living in.
One thing that I never want to change with us, and we've had this since day one, like from like ground zero, was that we're never going to introduce politics or religion. And this is actually something I talked to my barber about today when I was getting my haircut. The dark side of COVID even gets a little political. Even stuff like that. Like,
I mean, a lot of things can easily get political. So I know I definitely have had to catch myself a few times.
I never want to become a podcast because, and this is something that me and well, I mean, shit, he's been on the show, Gabe, right? He was even talking about coming back too. We were talking about that today.
Yeah, he should.
But no, so that's something we were talking about too, is that like with COVID and even like with politics and all that other stuff, like everybody gets that everywhere. Everywhere you go, social media, the news, everywhere, work, everywhere you go is fucking, you're surrounded by like political stuff or religion or like all this other stuff. And it's like, it's nice that we have a platform. At least we're building a platform where it's like you can come here and like we're not gonna. You're never gonna run into that stuff.
Yeah.
We're just trying to bring joy.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And a good conversation.
Exactly. From the jump, I know that was one thing that we put in place like immediately as soon as we started talking about doing this, just because, like you said, we didn't want it to become like a tense thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's not to say like I mean, for me anyway, I definitely do speak about politics, but I won't do it here.
I think there's a different platform.
Yeah,
for
no,
that,
it's just, the whole point is to just come here, do something fun, talk shit and laugh and be silly.
And I think that's a very important distinction too. What you just made is that like, you can still have those conversations. This isn't meant to be just be like you can't do that stuff. What I'm saying is that like this is a place where you can go to escape the conversation, right?
Yeah, that's what I was
because there's
trying
enough
to
of it
say
happening outside that door.
Yeah,
like here we're just here to fucking have a good time, rant about some shit, maybe have some laughs. Like, I think that's kind of what the podcast.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel like it's kind of like a brain break from reality a lot of the time. Like,
and I'm glad people are enjoying it.
Yeah,
like that's big. Like we're up to like what 205,000 people have viewed just that one.
Yeah, just that one reel.
5,000 comments,
lot of views and stuff. So
that's incredible.
It's fun to like bring the conversation and then go through the comments and see all the funny stuff that people just say. And like some of you guys get a little hardcore with your like arguments, but
I'm here for it. Let's just fucking rant about it. I like some of them, even the some people that, cause like the hardest thing for me, right? And I help anybody listen to this, understand this. If I'm commenting, right, I try not to do this, but like I try really hard to do, especially on like the podcast and like our platforms and stuff. Is like it's like when you get a text message and you read it and you're like, the fuck. We talked about this before, like Key and Peele, their skit, where they're like, one guy's laughing on one end, the other one's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
what did you
like
just say to me?
Getting all mad and stuff.
Yeah, so like I make a point to not take things like that because there's some comments I read and I'm like, the fuck did you just say? But I'm like, you know what? That's interesting. That's an interesting perspective.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? So maybe like I can like dig a little deeper into it. That's my intent, is just dig a little deeper. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what you're saying.
There's been a few that I forgot I was gonna like get screenshots and stuff, but there was a couple, I don't remember which clip it was under, but somebody responded to one of the Am I the Assholes? And I was like, I actually really like that take because it was like something that we hadn't, I don't think that we had even discussed. It was like a pretty long comment. And I was like, I actually really like that. Like, I didn't think about that before. And you know, it's just something that like, it's a different perspective. Yeah,
and somebody that takes the time to like, because there's some, which is cool if you do it. If you just hit a like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But if you just do like you know, NTA, whatever, that's cool too. Yeah. But if you take the time to actually like, you know, join in the conversation and give like a different perspective, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, and I do try. I have been trying. Like I said, it's been a lot of activity this past week.
Instagram blew up
and
for us.
like, I was gonna say between all of that activity and it was a really busy week at work, I was like trying so hard to keep up with all the comments that eventually I was like, if I like it, that's gonna have to be good enough because I was running out of stamina.
I try to come back to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I started posting on my personal one too.
Yeah.
Just to, you know, just to reach more people, and you know, but it's just the shorts.
Yeah.
So like, even if like I'll hit the like, but then like I'll try to keep in the back of my mind, like, oh shit, I need to go back and comment on that. Eventually, it's gonna kind of get like if this thing keeps growing, it may I may not be able to respond to all 1,000 comments or whatever.
There's already one that like I got the notification, it came up and I like started reading the comment and I was like, oh, I want to respond to that. I have no fucking idea where it's at.
Yeah.
I have no clue. I cannot find the comment. I don't even know what video it was
You know what
under.
we should do? What we should fucking do is we should pick out like our favorite comment like a week.
Yeah, I was thinking
and just
that
read
would
it on
be kind of
just
funny.
read on the mic.
Yeah.
And you know.
Yeah.
Just read the username and
comment
everything.
Comment of the week.
Yeah, comment of the I like that. Rant of the week.
Oh, there
Rant
you go.
of the week. We should introduce Rant of the week.
Yeah.
Where it's just like we just read one of the comments.
Yeah.
And like the one that fucking stands out the most, you know?
Yeah, I like that.
Give 'em a
actually.
shout out.
That could be a good conversation starter.
Rant of the week, yeah.
If like,
what's our rant of the week? You should make a note of that.
What's your rant of the week?
Rant of the week.
That?
Make a note of that.
Down at the top of. I'm gonna put it in all caps.
If you want, we can both do it for both of our episodes.
Yeah, and then we can get like
So,
double the rants.
65 and 66 will both have their own rants. Well,
yeah. Well, we can
not
try.
Rants of the week.
The only way for this to work, you guys, is if you participate. Participate.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, that was aggressive.
I don't know if anybody saw it, but I'm gonna have to use that tag again. So I created a tag last week for Miranda, and it's the unhinged co-host, and I'm gonna have to use it for that clip right there. It was. I actually I tried to use the tag, and it wasn't one. I was like, you know what? I'm creating this, and I'm going to use it every week. And evenally, it's going to be.
Have to find like my most unhinged moment.
That was one of them. Exhibit B.
That's fair. I'll give it to you. That's okay.
Goodness. But no, we need to do that. Maybe we'll just,
Yeah.
since it's rant of the week, maybe we'll just do like one of our episodes.
Yeah,
Just
something.
pick one.
Yeah.
You can always pick your favorite, and then we'll just do it on 66.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that gets the most chatter, maybe, or the most likes.
Yep.
Or
And also
something.
what you tried to do with episode 50, but we didn't really have anybody chiming
if
in.
you have any submissions.
Especially submissions, but also for episode 100.
Yeah,
We
we're
can do
coming
something
up
big.
on that soon. It's going to
Yeah.
be here before we know it, folks.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, it will be.
So we could even try that again,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do something special.
I mean, yeah, anything that you got to say, come rant at us.
That's right.
I want to hear it all. All right. Enough of that mushy shit.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Let's get into it.
All right.
Yay. So first up, we have rant or rave.
Okay.
If you're not familiar, now you are. So what...
No description.
I was going to do it right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. If you're not familiar, here, let me get you familiar or whatever. I don't know. I'll fix it next week. Anyway, rant or rave, I give Nick 4 topics.
Buddy.
And he chooses one
Okay, just one.
and one only that he wants to either rant or rave about.
Okay.
Usually you can tell which is which, but
Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
I think it's pretty fair
Pretty
because
fucking obvious.
when I was writing this, I was like, I don't remember the last time we actually said like I'm going to rant about this or I'm going to rave about this.
You just go into it.
Yeah, we just
You can
start talking.
tell.
I feel like yes, if you can't tell whether I'm ranting or I'm raving, watch some more episodes. You'll figure it out.
That's true.
All right.
You'll learn real quick.
Rant or rave?
That was a rant. What you got?
Listening to playlists on shuffle,
Okay. All right.
family recipes,
Okay.
the concept of not having an internal dialogue,
Okay.
and playing out hypothetical arguments in your head.
Huh. They're all interesting. Are these all these new?
Yeah.
All these are new? Okay. Read 3 and 4 again.
The concept of not having an internal dialogue.
What do you mean by that?
Like,
Not having an internal. Who doesn't
Yeah.
have an internal dialogue?
you'd be surprised. Apparently, that's a thing. Just empty up there. Just
Interesting.
nothing.
That's I can't rant
it's
or
probably
rave.
not empty. That was mean to say. It's empty.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know these people. Are they alive? Okay. I don't know. What's number 4 was what again?
Playing out hypothetical arguments in your head.
We can do that. Let's do
Okay.
that. I don't know how funny it will get though, but it'd be a real conversation.
Are you ranting or raving? Or are you just are you trying to figure it out?
See where it goes, I guess. Because
Yeah.
like there's some where in the past I have wasted a lot of fucking energy off of stuff that either happened in the past or hasn't happened at all, hasn't happened yet, whatever the case may be. And it's just fucking wasted energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you said hypothetical, verbatim, hypothetical. Yeah, there's just a lot of wasted energy. I guess one way to look at it is like being prepared for that hypothetical scenario to happen, and at least you're prepared for it. I guess I understand that, but like in my mind, I'm not gonna worry about anything until there's something to be worried about.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And like a hypothetical situation, like this could happen, it could not. You know, and just I don't know. I think it would be a rant for me.
Yeah.
I think it would be a rant for me because it's wasted energy. You could be
fair.
applying that to something else, even applying it to something that would avoid maybe that bad scenario,
Yeah.
instead of just like a hypothetical, scenario of it happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
What do you think?
I do this shit all the time, so it's a rave for me, I guess.
Read it verbatim again.
Playing out hypothetical arguments in your head.
See, in me, I think of the negative side of that. You think of the positive side.
I just think of it for everything because my brain's just
Playing
always
out
on
hypothetical scenarios
overdrive
in your head.
So it's like it's not even just arguments. It's scenarios like
Yeah.
anything. I'm always like, let me be prepared for all the different ways that this conversation could go.
See, that is fucking so much wasted energy. When I hear the question though, it's just negative stuff for me. I guess
so,
like hypothetical
yeah.
scenarios is just wasted energy that I could be applying to other things,
Yeah.
and I just don't have time in my day to devote to that.
I guess sometimes I feel like that's how I just get my own closure on things.
Hypothetical closure?
Yeah, or like if something's bothering me, I'll just like work out an argument in my head, and then at the end of it, I'm like, we've resolved it.
That's why we can't go to a smash room or whatever it is together, because it's all bottled up, and you think you resolve it with your hypothetical other self, I guess.
It's me sitting at
Me
a
versus
boardroom
me.
table with 12 other me's, and we're having a conversation about all the bullshit. And then at the end of it, we say, all right, meeting adjourned. And then we get up and we
And
go
it just
about our days.
stays bottled up.
Yeah, we put it in a little jar on the table, and then we're like, we'll deal with that later.
Oh, God.
And then we
Jesus.
just kick it off the table.
Oh, it just rolls into your next day. Yeah.
No, we lose it in the pile of all the other jars.
Oh, God.
And then one day while we're sifting through the jars to find something to be irritated about, we'll find that one.
Yeah, that sounds like a good thing for therapy.
Maybe.
I don't know. I just think it's wasted. It's 100%.
Oh, it's absolutely wasted energy.
It's definitely a fucking rant for me, because it's wasted energy. But I still do it, but like I don't even know why. Like maybe there's like something that pisses you off, or like, I don't know, something just irks you or whatever, and like maybe you're on the drive to work or like drive home,
Yeah.
or I don't know, whatever, and like you're just like playing out the scenario, talking to yourself or talking through the scenario, whatever the case may be. And if that brings you, I guess this would be the rave part of it, I guess, could be, is that if that helps you calm down, maybe that's your decompression on your way. Maybe that's how you decompress on the way to the house. You know what I mean? And that way, like, you don't just like explode on your household, but you just vent to yourself on the way home. Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That could be a rave. But like for me, I don't know. I guess I don't do that. I think it's just, I if that starts happening, I kind of just try to cut it off.
Oh, okay.
And just like I have other shit to do, so I immediately focus on something else.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Well, how disciplinarian of you.
I guess. Just too fucking busy nowadays. I don't know. But you're a lot more, I don't even know what the word would be. A lot more, I want to say analytical, but
I was also going to say analytical.
I don't know if that's a right descriptor for it. Maybe it is.
I think so.
But just like looking like deep into it, but
Yes.
I don't know. If you use it as a strength, it
I
could be a
look
rave.
very deeply at a lot of things, and maybe I'm doing too much.
I don't know.
But I also think some people could do more too.
That's fair. Do you think it's helpful in your day to day, or do you think it's more of a you wish you could kind of just like spend time doing something else?
I'm like 50-50 about it, because there's definitely times like if I have to like send a message to a client, or if I have to like send a message to my manager or something like that, I'll be like, oh my God, I need like, I'll like agonize over it or something. And then like finally I'll like send the message or whatever, and then it's like I was agonizing over nothing. But at the same time, I feel like, okay, well, at least I was preparing myself for like if it was gonna go this like off the wall way, that I would know how to handle it or something.
So the response from the other end.
Yeah.
That's what you're playing out. Okay. Yeah, so you're playing out a conversation.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. It's not necessarily just arguments. It's like different scenarios of like whether it's like making a phone call or sending a text message or having like a face-to-face. Or like I'm always just kind of trying to prepare myself for like, okay, how could this possibly go?
Yeah.
But
that's fair.
Yeah.
I definitely do that for sure. Just like play it out. Like, especially like if you're going to make like a phone call or even something simple.
Yeah. I feel like I just do that with a lot of things, that I try to look at all of the different like pieces, all the different scenarios that it could go.
Yeah.
And then like just try and figure out how to make it
Do
go
you
the way
find
I want it to.
that you maybe over dramatize. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
Over dramatize those scenarios you're going into, 100%. And then when you get into it, it's just like a lot more like fucking chill. Oh, okay, interesting. Why do you think that is?
Because I'm riddled with anxiety, and everything is like a fucking bomb about to explode in my head. Like
we should make the next swag that we make should be just for you and just a hashtag anxiety.
Yeah. That's me.
Oh, it's me.
It's me, Jessica. I'm in here with all the anxiety.
Oh, God. See, like I won't play out like I don't over drama. At least 9 times out of 10, I don't over dramatize it. If I think that it's going to be like, there's some fuckheads that I know it's going to be confrontational, especially maybe somebody at work or whatever, where I just know, like, you know, you're just gonna be confrontational, right? And I'm gonna match your fucking energy, right? So like those are the kind of things where maybe I'll over dramatize, and then maybe they'll come into it and they won't be as dramatic or as confrontational as I thought. So I'm like, okay, I can chill out a little bit, because I was prepared. I came into this, you know, ready to match your fucking energy. But since you came into it a little more chill, then I'm like, okay, now I can chill a little bit, you know. But other than that, I don't think, like, I guess like regular, like I don't know. I guess briefs would be more accurate for me than phone calls. Like a stand-up meeting or something, like at work, and I'm just like, it's first thing in the morning, like I haven't finished my fucking caffeine or whatever, you know, whatever it is. And like, oh fuck, I have to brief this. Wait a minute, hold on, let me go over this, you know, scenario. This brief in my head, you know. Whereas like a simple phone call or something, I'm really just like, I don't know. It's pretty easy for me. I know you hate phone calls.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I mean, that look said it all when I said phone calls.
I did not ask to be called out. That could have just been edited to show your face only, and now everybody knows.
Do you like phone calls?
No.
Oh, okay. Cat's out of the fucking bag now.
I like will write out scripts, or I'll like play out what I want to say in my head and stuff, and like
scripts for clients or scripts for
like
every
at
phone
work.
call?
Oh no, mostly at work.
Okay, that's fair, because you have to. I mean, that's fair. That makes sense to me, because like you already don't they give you one?
I mean, I'm sure they do, but it's not me, so I write my own.
So you like make your own template, if you will.
Yes, I do. This is what I'm saying. Back to the fucking type A thing. When it comes to having to do shit, I like to be able to do it on my own, so that I know that it's me and it's authentic and it's the way that I want it to be. And like, this is one of those things that I fucking agonize over. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
So I want to add to the hashtag anxiety. Hashtag triggered.
Sorry, guys. I blacked out. I don't know what just happened
I just said template. And you just had a flashback to like 62.
Had like a PTSD war flashback.
Oh my goodness. What was number 4?
Playing out hypothetical arguments in your head.
We got
but I
derailed by the
to
template.
Scenarios.
Oh, okay. Oh, got it. Okay. So no, I think if you, and then your script for phone calls as well.
Oh yeah.
But no, I think that but that makes sense though. The templates for the phone calls, especially for a very. So when I said phone calls, I meant like, you know, like I'm calling like a company or whatever, like something.
Even that, I'll like write out a script in my head. And I'll like
kind of rehearse it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it's playing out a scenario. I think those are drastically different scenarios, if you will.
Oh, okay.
It's like one is like you're going through like a script, like what am I going to say? You know what I mean? Whereas another one is you're actually playing out a scenario in your head where like,
I suppose.
You know what I mean? Where there's like different, I guess, outcomes or whatever. You know what I mean? And like that's where you I mean, if you allow yourself, you can go down the fucking rabbit hole and just like dramatize the whole thing until like you actually get into the scenario, and then it's like, okay, it wasn't at all what I was thinking. Whereas the phone call, at least like a regular phone call, not like you working in a company, where it's just you going over, you know, what you're gonna say in your head. I think those are different scenarios.
I suppose,
but
I don't know. I still definitely play out different things all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
God, you're something else.
All right. Are you ready for Am I the Asshole?
Yeah. Do you have 2 this week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
So this first one is titled, Am I the Asshole for going on a motorcycle trip with my friends instead of my daughter's wedding? Some quick context. Last year, I was told my daughter was getting married in 2025. I immediately supported this decision and was there every step of the way. Following tradition, I gave her $4,500 for help with venue payment. During the planning process, they changed from a local wedding to a destination wedding in Puerto Rico and forwarded the timeline a year to last fall, giving me a year less to pay for the wedding. Now I had to pay for flights and accommodations for people. Reservations for Airbnb were made and purchased, and tickets were bought. Then they broke up over some pretty immature reasons. I was stuck with the bill. I tried for refunds, but was told the trip was going ahead for revenge photos to make him feel bad. So that, and because my wife and stepkids are Puerto Rican, I said fine. In total, the trip cost me $22,500. Shortly after that trip, I was invited to ride through Glacier National Park with some buddies. I figured, well, I've paid for multiple trips to Disney as well as multiple trips for people to go to Puerto Rico, so sure, I think I earned it. My buddies and I planned for this September. My daughter left about 4 months ago to go back to her man and didn't say a word to me. We haven't talked once since she left. Zero explanation or call. The other day, she showed up at the house and told me matter-of-factly that the wedding is back on and I needed to be there. It was going to be on Thursday, 9/11. I told her I can't make it. I had prepaid plans already. She said, "You're really going to miss my wedding?" I told her I was there for the first one. She said there wasn't one. I said, "Not according to my bank account." She walked off, and now I apparently am the asshole. So, do you think he is the asshole?
So I have questions. I was a little confused at the beginning. Why? So it went from him paying them, I guess. We don't know. Is it a male?
Paying, yeah.
Is this the dad?
The dad.
Okay, the dad.
It sounds like, yeah. Because he
went
said
from
the stepmom. Yeah.
Okay, so him paying $4,500 to put a down payment on a venue, and then it went from that to a local wedding, right, to a destination wedding, and all of a sudden he's paying for airfare and I guess food, and he racks up a $22,000 bill. Where's the gap I'm missing? Well, I didn't hear that in the story. Why is he paying for all this, and why is he paying from $4,500 to $22,000?
He just said following tradition, so I'm assuming
that
it's
was
like,
the $4,500 though for the down payment on the.
Yeah, but I'm assuming he means following the tradition of like the father of the bride paying for the wedding. That's how I took it.
Huh. I think there's a hole in this one. That doesn't make sense to me. But we'll go with the data we have, like
Okay.
all we can do. You said this Thursday. Showed up on the doorstep this Thursday, getting married with the ex, right?
Where is that?
Pretty sure she said this Thursday, which is like.
No, the wedding is on Thursday, 9/11 is the date of the wedding.
Okay.
So September 11th.
But he already has
He's planning
plans
on
for
going on
that.
that trip
Yeah,
to Glacier
yeah.
National Park in September.
Oof. This is an interesting one. That hole in the story kind of throws me aloof a little bit. But
I don't
bypassing that, I don't know where it went from $4,500 to $22,000 and why he's paying for all of it. But to go to the point of the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we have 3 choices.
Mm-hmm.
You're the asshole, not the asshole, and everyone sucks here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of leaning towards the everyone sucks here, at least initially. So I start talking through it, right?
Okay.
Because like, it seems like they had a really good relationship. Let's start there, right? Because he was already going to pay for all this. There wasn't any indication saying that they didn't have a strong relationship, right? He was paying for it. Even the upgrade from the local wedding to the destination wedding and that huge fucking bill, they were close, right? And then
I would assume so if
Right.
you're spending that kind of money.
Exactly. And then there was a nasty breakup, and then I didn't understand the whole like revenge photos or whatever.
So
right?
he said that they broke up over immature reasons.
yeah.
He didn't say why.
Right.
And instead of them canceling the trip to Puerto Rico, she wanted to still go
Right.
and take photos there as like revenge, like revenge on her ex-fiance.
And apparently he paid for this whole trip, apparently. Okay. Yeah. My main thing is that once that relationship is tarnished, maybe, it's very hard to rebuild. It takes a lot of work. So you just immediately saying no, right? Just flat out no, not happening. I was at the first one. The bank account statement, stuff like that. That's definitely going to put a hurt. But they were already kind of in a weird phase where like they hadn't talked the whole time, and all of a sudden she shows up at the doorstep.
Yeah, he said she left 4 months prior.
So that's a factor too.
Yeah.
Damn. I want to say I'm leaning more towards of not the asshole because of everything that he went through, and then she just kind of ghosted him. You know what I mean? So like he paid the $22,000 for nothing, and then for some reason he didn't cancel all of that, and he was still on the hook for it, I guess. And then they went to go to the destination wedding just for some fucking photos, which he still had to pay that, right? And then you ghost him on top of that, and then you show up at his doorstep like, hey, you have to be here for this. If that's how the conversation went,
yeah,
we're only getting one side of it. But if that's how it went, the only reason I'm hesitant is because once that relationship has a kink, it takes a lot of nurturing to get that back. So that would be my only thing. But like, I gotta lean on not the asshole. Because of everything that he went through, and he was only trying to support the daughter and her goal, whatever. And then he was just kind of shit on for it. So I think I'm gonna lean on not the asshole for this one.
That was the overall verdict, was not the asshole.
Okay.
I definitely agreed, especially like, of course, when I first saw the headline, I was like, hold up. Or like the title, whatever.
Yeah.
That I was like, okay, well, I think that would probably be, I see why you did that. But yeah, no, I mean, I would probably be feeling the same way if I put that kind of money down and then my kid just was gallivanting around doing whatever, and I'm like paying for this wedding that never happened. If you come back and ask me to pay for your wedding again, I'd be like, yeah, let's go to the courthouse.
Yeah.
I'll pay for your wedding.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, like it's one thing. It would have been one thing if she was like, "Oh my God, we're breaking up. We have to cancel everything." But she was like, "No, keep all the reservations. You keep paying that tab. We're gonna go there and take pictures for revenge.
That's not
all
what I paid
just to
for.
Get back together with him."
Then you can fund the next one.
That's what I'm saying, is that it seems, because who's to say, what if you go and you put down all these deposits and everything again, and they have some stupid breakup in fucking June?
So to be fair though, she didn't show up on the doorstep and say, you have to pay for this. She just said you have to be there, right? That's what it says verbatim. That's different than paying for it, right? So like you say, and that's what I mean by this is that's why I was kind of hesitant at the beginning, because like, you know, theoretically, like if this does, so like I think of us, right? And everybody was very dismissive about me bringing you around, and I was like, I stuck to my guns, and I was like, if she doesn't come, then I'm not fucking gonna come, right? And then look, 15 years later, still going strong, right? So like, what if that happens with this relationship, right? Even though they were kind of rocky in the beginning, and they went through that whole fucking thing, right? What if they end up getting married and they're together forever, right? And then you have to go to like a Christmas. One day you reconcile,
that's
whatever,
fair.
and then now you have to like, you didn't go, because there's people that didn't go to our wedding, and I still fucking judge those fuckers for that, right? So like, this may be the same kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, that's why I'm very hesitant to be like, that's why I wasn't like, you are the fucking, or you are not the asshole, right? Because like, it's, I would much rather cancel my plans to save the relationship with my child.
That's
at the
fair.
end of the day, no matter what it was.
Yeah, definitely. At the end of the day, I would probably do the same thing. I would initially be like, hey, since I already foot the bill for one, how about you do me a solid and let's move that wedding to a different day so I can still go on my fucking trip.
That's fair.
Like, yeah.
And I think it'd be a drastic scenario. It would be a drastically different scenario if she showed up on the doorstep and she's like, hey, we're getting married again. You have to pay for this.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'd be like, excuse the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, well, then I'd absolutely be like, if you want me to foot the bill, I will foot the bill on the day that I choose to.
To be fair, I'm not saying that he should pay a dime.
No, I don't think he should pay for anything.
You shouldn't pay for anything.
You've already
because
paid.
if you so say that the same father or daughter scenario, right? And she ends up getting divorced 3 times. I have to pay for fucking 4 weddings.
That's what I'm saying.
You got me all the way fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you get that one time.
One and
I'm
done.
sorry if your marriage doesn't work out. Sorry if
Go to the courthouse.
If that touches any feelings, my bad. But let's be realistic.
We went to the courthouse.
Money is scarce. So
Okay.
I guess I don't know what his financial situation is, but if I'm dishing out upwards of $20,000 for a wedding and it doesn't happen, and then you come to me and say, oh, we're getting married for real this time.
You're going to figure it out.
You're going to foot that bill.
I paid for the first one.
Because I already committed to the first one.
I paid for the first one, but I will be at the second one.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, like I'll be at as many weddings as you'd like me to be at, dear. I paid for one and one only.
So
I will not pay for another.
Yeah.
I mean, and I say that even if it was me personally.
Yeah.
If I had spent a lot of money on like our first wedding and we got divorced or whatever, I'm not doing that shit again.
Yeah.
No.
We went to the courthouse.
Yeah. And even still, I would still do that again.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I don't know. So,
let's go renew our vows at the courthouse.
I don't know. I think I'm back and forth.
Really?
I'm curious. You said overall it was not the asshole.
Yeah, the overall vote.
What were
at
the other?
Top of the thing?
Do you remember
the
other ones?
So, people actually got sidetracked by the 9/11 of it all. So that was the majority of the comments.
Okay.
Was people talking about 9/11 and getting married on 9/11, and like it went into a whole fucking thing.
Okay, we're not gonna touch that.
Yeah,
That's
so
fine.
I was like, I found a couple other comments.
Okay.
So 2 that I grabbed. One says, not the asshole. You've already been supportive and covered the costs for one venue and attended a non-wedding destination revenge party for her and this dude. At some point, she needs to accept some responsibility in your absence and understand that it isn't malicious. But you do have a right to your own life. This wedding whiplash nonsense has gone on long enough. And then another one said, I was ready to say that you are from the title, but you're not the asshole. She squandered her first shot at a wedding, drained your bank account, ghosted you, then popped up ready to repeat the mistake with next to no notice. So, still on the fence.
I want to change mine.
Okay.
I want to change mine to everyone sucks here.
That's fair.
I don't agree. I think that the relationship, I understand what everybody's saying. I do. And even what we've talked about. But like, I keep coming back to the fact that like, you can go to this and not pay for it. Don't pay a dime.
Yeah.
Right? Don't pay a dime. And like I said, I can't sum it up any better than I paid for the first one, but I'll be at the second one.
Yeah.
Right? Because like, that, again, imagine if that relationship goes the distance.
Yeah.
That relationship goes, it may not. It sounds like it's not a very healthy relationship, but in the very early stages of it, you have no idea, right? So what if that relationship goes, 10, 15, 20 years? What if it goes forever, right?
Yeah.
And now what? If you guys do reconcile and like I said, every holiday that you get together,
yeah,
it's going to be awkward because like for one, you're pretty much ghosting her.
Yeah.
Right? You're just doing the same fucking thing she did to you. So now you're ghosting her. And then like now, like you're not even gonna be at the wedding.
Yeah.
This is the kind of shit.
Don't do that tit for tat.
This is the kind of shit that destroys relationships.
Yeah.
Now, if you have an opportunity to fix it before it gets to that
like that breaking point.
The point of no return is what I want to
Yeah.
say. The point of no return. If you have an opportunity to stop it before it gets to that fucking cliff, I say drop everything and do that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I say do that. That's my vote because
like I said, at the end of the day, if it came down to like me going on a trip versus me like being there for my kid's wedding, I would be there for my kid's wedding.
I get the frustration, but
100%. I would probably tell my buddy like, hey, at this point, I'm not gonna go, but like,
yeah,
we'll see. Wait until like August to finalize anything.
Oh God, but
that's exactly how I
that's
would
so
say.
funny.
Just like.
Yeah, but yeah, I would definitely, I would drop everything to save that. Especially what I was going to say, one last point before we move on, is especially if they were super close up until the point of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Now you're going to let this fucking random dude
that
came into her life destroy the bond.
Another thing too. You don't want.
I don't think.
Yeah, you definitely.
I don't think you're the asshole, but you're not the asshole.
That's fair.
I think everyone sucks here, where everybody just needs to, the adult needs to stop this before it fucking goes over the cliff and then you never reconcile.
Yeah, I think definitely explain where you're coming from more so than just saying, well, my bank account like shows that there was a wedding. You know, like that was pretty dismissive. I will say that's where you could have been the asshole. I get the reaction, but yeah, I think that there needs to be like, you got to be the parent and you got to, you know, talk to them like they're a child sometimes, even though she's not. And she also needs to have a lot more consideration for you as her parent as well. Yeah. And like the roller coaster that she's bringing you guys on with this like on and off wedding stuff. So yeah, I mean, I agree with the everyone sucks here that like you guys could all be doing better to make the situation better. But if it is between not the asshole and you're the asshole, I would say not the asshole.
Well, there's always the third choice, but yeah, that's fair. If it is just like not the asshole, you're the asshole, you're definitely not the asshole. But like, there's always that third option.
Oh yeah,
and I think everyone sucks here because like, not only is she kind of doing weird things, right? But again, it all comes down to the relationship. Theoretically, we don't know, but I'm guessing because of what we heard so far that they've been pretty close. Their her entire life. So for you to let that be thrown away or tarnished or whatever you want to say because of this guy that came into her life that may or may not stick around forever.
Yeah,
I don't think that you should. Again, I'm not. If it were me, I'm not going to pay for a fucking dime of this wedding because I already fucking paid $22,000 for the first one.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there for you.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
Everyone sucks here is my final verdict.
Okay.
But as always, I'm definitely looking forward when this comes out. I want to hear what everybody else has to say because like, who knows? You know, some people...
Yeah, I think this could definitely cause some arguments in the comments.
This is not
really
cut and dry.
Hear what everyone
this
has
is
to
not
say.
like either or. Like,
you
know, this is.
Yeah.
You got to think about the complexity of the situation. You know.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear what people have to say. The next one too, but we'll get there after. Maybe it's not that bad.
We got a gap. All right.
Ooh.
What you got?
Okay, so again, maybe it's not that bad. Give 4 options for one thing that is maybe not that bad.
Okay.
Pretty fucking self-explanatory. Anyway, so your options are...
At least we got a description this time.
Shut up. All right. Your options are not opening text so you can keep the notification active.
Okay.
Early dinner and then snacks until bed. Pretending not to see someone you know in public. And taking longer routes to avoid traffic.
Huh. I like the last two.
Okay.
So avoiding somebody you know in public.
Pretending not to see someone you know in public.
Yeah, right.
So,
That's... I can think of certain scenarios where that makes sense. Especially like... I don't think it's that bad. Because... I definitely don't think it's that bad because what if like you're in a rush to get somewhere or like you just don't feel like having that conversation or like, so verbatim, it was just somebody that you know.
Yeah, pretending not to see someone you know in public.
Just because I know he doesn't fucking like you.
That's so true.
You know what I mean? Like there's some obvious scenarios where like I may know you, but I don't fucking like you. Yeah. So like I'm going to quick, you know? Yeah. So like that's pretty easy. But if it's somebody that like even if it's somebody that like I know I like or we're friends or whatever. Now, if we make eye contact, that's a little different. And it's like a friend or something like that. Then like you gotta, I may just like say, hey, what's up, whatever. Like if I saw like Gabe in like Walmart and we pass by, I'm not gonna be like, oh fuck, I gotta run. I'm be like, dude, I'm in a rush. Like I'll talk to you later, whatever. Talk to you at the shop, whatever.
Or at least just a quick hey. Or,
something like that. Yeah. But yeah, definitely it's a lot easier for people like I don't like.
Yeah, I guess.
Or somebody that fucking talks too much.
Yeah.
Like if me stopping is gonna initiate a 30-minute conversation, I may just leave the store.
Yeah.
Like fuck what I had to get. I'll go on the other side of town to get what I have. That's
Yeah. No. I mean, I guess I haven't had to do that here, but in other places that I've either lived or visited, I have absolutely, like if I'm going into a store, I'm like, yeah, I mean, look at all this stuff. No, I'm looking at like the people and trying to see if I see anybody that I know. Because if I see somebody that I know over there, I'm going to dip over here real quick.
It sounds like you're talking about Minnesota.
Yeah. So sometimes there's just people that I don't want to talk to or don't really want to catch up with or things like that.
Yeah.
So just to be proactive on my part.
So you're not looking at things, you're looking at people.
100%. I have absolutely gone into stores and been like, clocked it. See that person? They're over here in like the fucking toy section. I'm gonna run over there to like the clothes section, get what I need to get, and I'm dipping out of here real fucking quick. And hopefully we don't meet up in the checkout line. That is some
small town bullshit, and I want no part of it.
That's why I don't live in a small town
anymore. That's fucking awful.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, because especially, living in a small town and stuff, there's definitely been times, especially if like you don't, like if you haven't been around and you see people, then they want to catch up and do that.
I was going to say that could be a very long conversation depending on where your life went. Yes. So like I think of like 10 years.
Yeah.
Where like,
there's a lot that's happened in the time that we last saw each other. And I mean, for some people, social media is not good enough. They still want a full rundown.
Jesus. Yeah, that sounds...
Or they don't have it or whatever. I don't know. But sometimes I don't have it in me to like have the full conversation.
No.
So I won't. But yeah, I mean it even became a thing, when we lived in Kansas and like once I started doing more of like the volunteering and like things like that, meeting more people and like getting active like between I guess at the time it was only Malachi with like his friends at school, like all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean the military community was already pretty small there, but then like we just lived in kind of a small area. So it wasn't long before I started like regularly seeing people that I know like at Walmart or, just out.
Yeah.
So yeah, especially if like I was going somewhere and I was just like, I'm already not in a fucking, like I'm in a bad mood and I don't want to deal with people, especially then I'll be on the lookout because like just having a conversation with you isn't going to make me automatically be like, oh my God, my day is better.
Yeah.
No, now I'm extra fucking annoyed because I was already irritated and then I had to sit here and pretend like I want to talk to you. I don't.
I wonder if like people that get recognized like out and about and everything, I wonder if it's like, so like for me, for example, right? Like I may not come off as like the friendliest person, especially like,
say that one more time.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know I was going to be attacked on this fucking show. But so like it may not come off as the friendliest person or like, I don't know, especially in like the gym, like not approachable or whatever, or like even like in a group, like especially like if it's a new group or if I'm just getting settled in or whatever, right? But once I get settled in or I get comfortable with the person or the group or whatever, then it's a drastically different scenario, right? So I wonder how like people that get recognized in public handle that with the same mentality.
I think it depends.
Because you can't just duck everybody like we're talking about. Like some You just have to like, if there's somebody that recognizes you, I mean, you can't just be like, because then you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, well, no, that's the thing is that like that's become a conversation. Well, I've not become, but like I've heard about that with like different celebrities and stuff that they'll be like, hey, if you see me out and about, like, and I don't look like I'm in the mood, please don't fucking approach me because like then you're coming up to me, you're asking for pictures, and I say no, and then I look like a dick or whatever, and they're like, we're allowed to have bad days as well. Yeah, we're allowed to not want to like talk to anybody or have a camera in our face. Like we are allowed to be normal fucking people. So I imagine that it's got to get to a point where like, I feel like enough has had to have happened for them to get to the point of needing to say something.
Maybe
I would imagine.
But what if you have the resting bitch face where like you always look like that and then no one can approach you?
I don't know. I mean, I really don't have a leg to stand on because apparently I'm the most fucking approachable person on earth.
I know. So and it's exhausting.
I'm sorry. I guess maybe you starting a podcast with me wasn't really the way to go.
But it's easy to talk to you.
That's the problem.
But I don't know. Like that's one thing that like it would be interesting to hear that kind of side of it is like somebody that's not maybe like more like my personality than yours, because your personality, it would be a lot easier. Like if you were, like some celebrity had the same personality as you, right? It'd be very easy for them to dive into that, right? To be recognized and like not have to like not feel like they gotta fucking
maybe
jump out of it because like they already have that interaction skills or whatever, right? But like me, somebody that's like I'm not comfortable with somebody until like a little deeper into it. You know what I mean? Where I'm just like, I want to get the fuck out of this scenario. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Just to be clear, just because I am approachable doesn't necessarily mean that I like it. It doesn't mean that I welcome it and that I would be like, yes, I'm in the store buying fucking, I don't know, tampons, and I want to sit and have a conversation.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm trying to keep it pushing.
Yeah. I feel like, Jesus. I feel like you say that, though, until you get into a conversation, because I've seen it. I mean, it's been probably hundreds of times at this point. But, like, you say that, but once you're in that scenario, you're the last one to cut off a fucking conversation.
Because I'm nice.
I know. And so I have to come and be like, hey, can we go fucking finish looking at this computer? Because, like, why the fuck we came here? This person's telling you why they're at Best Buy. I could fucking care less. Like, can we get back to what we were doing? Oh, yeah, she was just telling me she's got 3 kids. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, Keisha.
I don't know. Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes they say something and I'm like, I need to know everything.
See, that's the fucking problem.
It's absolutely the gossip in me that's like, I need to know. Literally. I mean, yeah.
See?
Yeah. It is me. I lied. I take it all back.
You are, in fact, the problem.
That was a real live moment of realization, guys. It's me. I'm the problem.
I feel like everybody in the room knew that except for you.
Okay, here's our first game of pretend. I need everybody to jump in the comments and be like, no, Miranda, you're not the problem. We just really want to talk to you. You seem so much fun.
We'll see how that works out.
All right, I'm going to think about my actions.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Are you ready for the last Am I the Asshole?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
What you got?
This one is also a little bit about a wedding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There's
so
a theme here.
very prenuptial. Anyway, am I the asshole for insisting on a prenup after seeing how her family fights over money? I'm 31 male, engaged to Lena, 29 female. We've been together a little over 3 years, living together for 18 months. We both work, we both pay bills, and honestly, the relationship has been good. No cheating drama, no screaming matches, just normal couple stuff. The only area that always felt tense is her family and money. They're not rich, but they have assets. A house in the suburbs, some land in the countryside, and a small family business her uncle runs. Her dad helps sometimes. Last year, her grandma died, and it was like watching sharks smell blood. People who hadn't visited in years suddenly had opinions. Her mom and aunt stopped speaking for months. Lena was crying on the phone at 2 a.m. because someone accused her of taking sides when she literally asked them to stop arguing in the group chat. The worst part was how casual they were about manipulating each other. Like, tell him you'll sue, he'll fold. And don't put that in writing, keep it verbal. That whole mess made something click in my head. If we ever divorced, I do not want to be tied to that circus. I'm not even planning for divorce, but I've seen how fast people can turn when money is involved. I own my apartment, mortgage, but still, and I've got savings I built before I met her. She has some savings too, but also expects an inheritance at some point. And her parents keep talking about keeping things in the family. So I brought up a prenup. Not to screw her, just to make things clear and boring and legal. She took it really badly, like instantly cold. She said a prenup means I'm already planning to leave, that I'm putting a price tag on our love. I tried to explain it's protection for both of us and that we can write it fair, like anything we build together stays shared. I even said we can both have lawyers so it's not one-sided. She then told her mom. Now her mom is calling me calculating and saying I'm insulting the family, like I'm implying they're thieves. Her dad pulled me aside at dinner and did the whole quiet threat thing. You sure you want to start a marriage with paperwork like that? Lena is saying if I really trusted her, I wouldn't need it. But the truth is, I trust Lena. I do not trust her relatives, and I don't trust what pressure does to people. Also, I've watched her get guilted into stuff before. I'm scared that if things ever got ugly, she'd have 10 people in her ear telling her to go for everything, and she'd listen out of fear or loyalty. She says I'm judging her based on her family's behavior, and that's unfair. Maybe it is, but I also feel like ignoring red flags because love is supposed to be blind is just dumb. Am I the jerk for insisting on a prenup and not backing down?
So I want to start with something that you went through recently. That was that, I don't know how much I can talk about it, but the like your little conference or can we?
The meetup?
Yeah, like the actual acronyms.
The flow thing?
Yeah, so.
I don't really know what you're...
We can talk about that though,
okay,
right?
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
So like you came back from that and you were talking about how you were on the, was it the analytical?
I was on the logic side.
The logic,
of it,
and then the other one was the feelings.
There's freedom, logic, ownership, and warmth.
Warmth. There you go. Warmth and logic is what we're talking about right now, right? That's the first thing that came to mind because this person, the OP, is a very like he would be in the logical group.
Oh, 100%.
And the fiance would be in the warmth group.
I think
so they're already
too.
kind of conflicting personalities. That was the first point I want to make. The second one is that he is absolutely fucking correct that the voices that are currently in her ear, if this went south,
they're going to be
the
10
same
times louder.
fucking voices in her ear.
Yep.
And I just want to go back to something that you had said. I just want to make sure I understand. So he has savings that he had that he built up before they got together, and then she has potential inheritance coming, right? Again, a logical person, which is what he's doing, would say that this is protecting both of us. It's protecting what little savings I have, but then also could be potentially protecting whatever inheritance you have coming, right? So like it's very logical. But she's letting feelings get in kind of not the way, but she's taking feelings into it. Like, oh, now you're already planning to leave me or whatever.
Exactly.
Where he's thinking of it logically. And I don't think either one is wrong.
Yeah.
As far as like, not concept, but like
point of view.
Point of view.
Yeah.
Perfect. Point of view. I don't think either one is wrong because she's looking at it like, oh, you don't love me. Where it's like, it's not like, and this, it all comes back to when you came back from that fucking conference.
That's what I was
And you were like,
say.
this is a logic person trying to speak logically to a
warmth person.
Yeah,
so like you've got logic who's trying to explain to feelings, and feelings is only feeling feelings.
Exactly. So like, and like I said, neither one is wrong. They just have a different way of approaching things.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So no, I was gonna say that was definitely one thing that we talked about. So like, for some context, I went to this meetup, and part of it was the focus of it was finding your flow, and that's where it was an acronym for, like I said, freedom, logic, ownership, and warmth. And so then there was like 4 separate tables, acronyms describing each, and then you figure out where you feel like you fit. When I was going through it, was struggling at first between warmth and logic, because I was like, I feel like I am a warm person. Like I do tend to care about people's feelings and like try to make sure that everybody is good and like do the people pleasing and all that stuff. But then the point of it was like, when you're under pressure, what do you revert to most? Like what feels best for you? That's where I said that logic comes into it, because with something like this, you have to be able to look at things as just what they are and take the feelings out of it. And that was just a part of the conversation that kept coming up when we were in our discussion, was that when you're trying to take that approach with somebody who is not that way, they tend to view you as being mean or not caring or not having any feelings at all. And that's not the case. It's just, it's possible to look at a scenario and say, hey, let's be realistic about it. Let's think logically about it. And I feel like she's just one of those people who's going to have a really hard time getting through that.
That's exactly what's happening here.
Yeah,
like
I don't know how
what you went through.
Yeah.
Like, or that conference or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's exactly what's happening here.
Yeah. Well, then another thing too that I think I explained to you when I came back was that when you have somebody who's all feelings and someone who's logic, and then if you do too much with the feelings, like you cater to the feelings too much, it becomes all about that and logic goes out the door. So I think that's where, like, you especially need to stick to your guns.
You lose that part of you, is what you're saying?
Like, it's all going to be all about, like, oh, you don't love me anymore. And if you really loved me, you wouldn't do this and da-da-da. And it's like, no, I do love you. Let me show you how much I love you. Let me make you happy. And then you don't do the prenup. And then all that logic goes out the way.
That's what I'm saying. So he would lose that side of you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that like you have to meet warmth with warmth to a certain extent. But if you go too warm, it's no.
Yeah.
You're going to lose.
No, that's fair.
You're going to lose sight of all logic, essentially.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Before we get into the comments and what Reddit's verdict was, definitely want to come up with mine. And then hear yours, because we don't know that yet either. This is a hard one just because with that's why I wanted to bring it up first before we talk about anything else, because like knowing that, and it's funny how this came up after we had that conversation.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like since having that meetup, I look at everything as like a flow type now.
But that explains the interaction that's happening right here. Is it's a logic compared to our, speaking to a warmth and vice versa. Which is, again, neither one is wrong. They both have their outlooks and their whole kind of process and how they kind of process information, right? In scenarios. But the problem is I would absolutely be in the flow. I would absolutely be in the fucking logic circle, 100%. So naturally, and that's why I'm kind of hesitant to give my verdict right away, because I already side with him 100%, because he's already, everything he's saying is logical. Yeah. Everything is logical, right?
He's taking in the data that's been presented to him and he's making a sound decision.
But I've heard of scenarios where like one person is pro prenup and the other one is against. And it doesn't always end ugly. Right? They find common ground. Maybe they get the prenup, maybe they don't. It really depends on how far is she willing to go to push against it, right? And how far is he willing to go to prove his point? Like, this is to protect both of us. Like, this isn't like, Nothing about it. Maybe it's something they put in the contract or whatever the case may be, something to give her a warm and fuzzy. That's it right there, right? Is to scratch from a logical point of view. You want to approach this logically. You need to scratch the itch of a warmth.
Yes,
right?
You have to go
Somehow.
into it like you have to cater to her feelings somehow.
But still stick to the logical part. So like, well, I mean, I don't know if I agree. You absolutely should. But if it's like either this or that, then that's kind of a different conversation, which is also kind of toxic though. I just want to say that if she was like, either we don't get a prenup or if the only thing is to get a prenup, then we need to break up or something like that. Right. Then that's kind of toxic. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Cause she could potentially take half your shit.
Yeah.
So like, but I do also understand like not wanting to start a marriage with that kind of, prerequisite.
Yeah, like that kind of yeah, I guess you just kind of have that hanging over your head, really. So when I was younger, I definitely was on like the wife's side, like point of view, where I was like, oh my God, you're talking about a prenup and you're already thinking about divorce and da 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 da. Like I, had that same point of view. Obviously now that my frontal lobe has developed, I wholeheartedly fucking disagree. I think everybody should have a prenup.
We don't.
We don't. But I mean, we also got married before my frontal lobe developed.
Oh, okay.
And also, I mean, we didn't have anything when we got married either.
Yeah, I guess.
So there wasn't much to put in a prenup, honestly.
I suppose.
What, you're going to take like your clothes and I'll take my clothes? That's about all we had.
I suppose. Yeah.
So, but no, I think that like, especially if you are there, he's
34 and 29?
No, 31 and she's 29.
Okay. 39.
At that age, generally, you've had enough life to where you've like accumulated something, like generally, even if it's just the savings or something, and like, generally at that point, your life is at like an upward trajectory. Like sky's the limit, there's a lot of places that things can go. So I think it's a lot more understandable for me when I hear like younger people with that mentality of like, oh, you don't really love me and da da da, because like, yeah, you probably, I'm sure it feels that way because that's all you've got going into the marriage is the love and, you don't have any assets.
Right.
When you are at that point where you do have assets, you should be thinking about it this way and not like you really have to take the feelings out of it, because when it comes to when obviously nobody wants to go into a marriage thinking about, oh my God, when we could get divorced one day. Nobody ever wants to think that, obviously. But the fact of the matter is, if it does come down to it, the person that you divorce is not the person that you marry. Those are completely different fucking people.
Yeah.
So the person who is incredibly considerate and loving to you and wants everything for you when you're getting married is probably going to want the complete fucking opposite when you get divorced.
Probably, yeah.
Best case scenario, it's
true.
Amicable. If you guys have assets, that's still some shit that you can fight over.
Yeah, that's true.
That's still something that like you could have to tiptoe around each other about. Make sure you don't say that one snide comment because now they're going to fight you for the house. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's good to go into it thinking of like, obviously, no, I don't anticipate us getting divorced, but I need to make sure that I'm looking out for future me in the event that some shit does go down.
That's true.
Because in the event that some shit does go down, present you is not thinking about future me. Future you isn't thinking about future me.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to consider future me.
But that's a very logical way of looking at it, though.
Exactly. That's the
not
fucking
the
problem.
warmth, right? So, okay. So let's get to the well, hold on. What's the question? We always got to come back to the question because we always analyze different parts of it. What are they asking?
So I said, am I the jerk for insisting? I know, whatever. Am I the asshole for insisting on a prenup and not backing down?
See, there's always these fuckers always got to add in a little fucking thing. So not backing down is a very strong approach. I understand it though. I'm gonna go with not the asshole. Because I think you're again, but this is coming from somebody that thinks logically. So I'd be interesting to hear about somebody that's, a little more warmth, right? At least their way of thinking, what they think of it. But from a logical point of view, for me, and not the asshole, because you are not only trying to protect, but the reason being is because you're not only trying to protect yourself, you're trying to protect her because she has an inheritance. So if you were a real dickhead, right, and you were just after some money, or you were actually, in fact, planning on divorce, you would actually push against the inheritance, because if you can prove, is it infidelity? I mean,
depend. Yeah.
So if she cheats,
yeah,
right, you can take her fucking money.
I mean, yeah,
right, you can prove that,
depending on the state that you live in, you might.
No, right, exactly.
Yeah, like if there's no prenup, you might automatically be entitled to 50%.
So that's the point. That she most likely, it sounds like, though you have some savings, and this is just an outside perspective from what we've heard, it sounds like you have a little bit of savings on the side, but she's got some wealth coming.
Yeah.
Sounds like it, right? So if you were really trying to be conniving or skeeving, whatever you want, you know what I mean? Like you were trying to get some out of this and planning on divorce, you would absolutely not be pushing for it.
Yeah.
So that's what I would tell her. Like if I really wanted to, if I was trying to be the malicious part of this, right, I wouldn't be pushing for it, because then I could potentially get half of your inheritance.
Yeah.
So I got to go with not the asshole.
Yeah. I definitely agree. I think that this is absolutely a hill to die on. Draw that line in the sand, because it just comes down to if she's, I don't even know how to phrase this. I just feel like this would make me question her logic all around, honestly.
What, this?
Yeah. If I was in this scenario, and it would definitely make me pause a little bit and really think about getting into a marriage with this person. Because if you're sounds like she's very easily influenced by her family.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
And I don't know that that's something that I would want to deal with for
because every little
whole
fight.
marriage.
I'm not just fighting with you. I'm fighting with your whole fucking family.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is how it said that they were talking about it, and she told her mom, and now her mom and her dad are saying stuff to him so I'm trying to have a conversation with you about how I would like to make sure that we're protected, and you're gonna go run to mommy and daddy.
Parents. You're 29 years old.
They are gonna come and start threatening me that would. In all honesty, I would probably call off the wedding.
Okay. I understand. I understand where you're coming from, minus the last part. Fuck you, get out of here.
That is a lot to have to deal with.
So I understand it. I don't like that aspect of it, but there are a lot of scenarios, a lot of situations that we've seen, heard, whatever, talked about, where the person's family is not a direct reflection of the person, though they are still very integrated and they lean on them and they go to them and all that kind of stuff. Getting into the relationship and building that, because you've only been together 3 years. I don't give a fuck who you are, but that's not a whole lot of time, right? Once you get into the relationship a lot more, especially marriage, kids, all these just life together, right? I think that bond will be a lot stronger on the married couple than it is the family, right? So I think you could start building that a lot more, where she doesn't run to mommy and daddy 10 years down the road, right? I
don't know. I think it's better to address it and kind of nip it in the bud before you are legally
absolutely. Yeah, no,
her.
I'm just saying you can't judge her based off of that, because that's just her now, right? That's her at 29.
Yeah, no, that's just what I'm saying, is that before you go into this, especially with her not if she is adamant about not wanting the prenup, do not go forward with. Postpone it, whatever. I don't care if you break up at this point. Just don't go forward with a marriage, because it's going to be so much harder to get out of that once you are married. Yeah. So take some more time. Stay engaged for a little bit, maybe.
I think
but you guys really, you cannot go into a marriage with everybody, like one person's family in their ear.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That you guys need to be a good union between the two of you without all this extra chatter and shit.
Yeah.
And like, it's not going to get better. I don't agree with the, like, oh, let's just get married and then like hopefully it'll get better. I think you need to
no, absolutely not. No.
Yeah,
no.
I think that you need to
this
see that
prenup.
she is gonna stop running to her parents for everything. Especially with these types of conversations. This is stuff that you guys need to work out between the two of you. This should not even be involving your family. He wants to do this because of your family.
Yeah.
And now you're going to involve them in it. That's just more reinforcement of like that he's correct.
I definitely think that you should stick to, you're not the asshole for one. You stick to your guns, right? And push for this prenup for the reasons that we've already laid out. But like I said, not only push for it, but you need to find a way to scratch the itch of the warmth kind of personality and just be like, you know, just show her, make her understand that you do actually love her and you're not planning on divorce and all that. Find a way to scratch that itch to make her comfortable with it. Because obviously, before you guys get married, you both have to be comfortable. Yeah. Right? The moment you fucking get married and one side's not comfortable, that's already off to a rocky start. And you haven't even fucking started yet. So, like, that's number one. But yeah, just keep pushing for it. And I agree. If she doesn't... If she's like, I don't want to get married, then don't get married. Yeah. You know, and just wait a little longer until, you know, if she actually, and just wait, you know, if it, like you said, if it does fall apart because of that, you may have just, unfortunately, you may have just saved yourself a lot of heartache. A lot of money too. And your savings.
Yeah. So I picked out 3 comments.
Okay.
The first one says the prenup would take the fight out of the equation if, God forbid, anything were to happen. And it's sounding as though they all actually enjoy the fight aspect. Get the prenup. And then someone else said, it's not that they fear a prenup, it's that they resent you for taking a potential future drama off the table. So it seems like everybody's really just like, I think her family just likes to fight.
It sounds like it,
yeah. In the end, OP commented and said, I'm not ready to nuke the relationship over one bad reaction. What did piss me off is her running to her mom and then acting like the family pressure is just concern. If she can't keep our conflicts between us, that's a way bigger problem than the prenup.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, in the end, that's pretty much
I like how he started, though.
said.
I'm not ready to nuke the relationship. That's awesome. At least you're, you know, trying to fight for
that
it.
You're taking some more time to analyze
you're
it.
You're still being logical and you're still sticking to your guns.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I agree.
I like that one. That was a good one.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah.
So
both of those were really good.
Yeah.
Those were really good picks.
Good. So comment and tell us what you have to say.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else that you want to add for this episode?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, everybody, head over to our website and there you can submit your rants, raves, questions, comments, concerns, selfies, whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. It's all there. No dick pics. There's also our merch there and we're working on coming up with some new things to add. So we are also open to suggestions for that as well. But
you can personalize stuff too.
Huh?
You can personalize stuff too for the merch store.
Yes, exactly.
Put your
so
name
if you want to
on
put your name on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really all that I've got for this episode of the Rant Files.
This is a good one.
So as always, if you're enjoying listening to the podcast, please like, share, comment, all that stuff. Aside from YouTube and Spotify, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, School, and TikTok, all under the Ranting Podcast.
Yes, sir.
And once again, thank you all so much for all of the support.
That's awesome.
Love. We appreciate all of you, and we're so happy that you've joined us. So,
there it is.
Keep ranting and come tell us about it. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.